Hi you two, welcome to our second lesson on 3D shapes. Okay, so we have a couple of shapes here and objects that you might see in real life alongside them. And all I want you to do is think about where the edges would be, where the vertices would be, look for flat faces, okay, what shapes are the flat faces. Just take a moment, by all means touch if you've got clean fingers the screen and point out where the vertices are, the edges are, and pause this video if you need to while you look. Okay, let's learn. So the box is shaped like a cuboid. We looked at cuboids yesterday and we realised some of the faces could be square, but actually it also had rectangular faces on. How many faces would that have? Well, some are hidden from view on this representation here. If you have an actual box in front of you at home, it might help you to count. How many faces does that have? There would be 1, 2, 3, 4, one on the other side 5, and 1 at the bottom 6. A cuboid has 6 faces. And on this one, they are made up of squares and rectangles. The vertex are the corners here. So there's a vertex. Okay, if you have more than one corner, they are vertices. So there's a vertex, 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 and of course there would be one hiding away there. So actually there would be 8 vertices in total in that shape. Edges are those straight lines, as the name suggests, at the edge. So I know a square has 4. So let's come to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there'll be 4 up this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8. And then along here, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then hidden from view, 12. The toy block is shaped like a cube. Okay, how many faces does that cube have? That's right, it has 6. And in a cube, it's a rather special shape because all the faces are squares. A cube and a cuboid both have 6 faces. Take a moment to think how they are different. Okay, and also you could think about what's the same on them. And then to suggest when we count the number of edges and vertices a cuboid has. So if we remember, we did that on the last one, didn't we? Let's check and see if it's the same on our cube. So we'll start with the vertex. So we'll count those vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this face. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the opposite face. So that would leave us with 8 vertices. Edges, I know a square has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which means the opposite side must have 4. So I'm going to count 5, 6, 7, 8. And then around here, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'll notice that's the same as the cuboid we looked at on the last slide. A tent is shaped like a prism. Okay, it's the same as well as that famous brand of chocolate, isn't it? A Toblerone. That is also a prism. So how many faces does that prism have? Work them out. Okay, so I see a triangular front here. So it must have a triangle to the rear there. 1, 2, and then if there are 3 sides here, it must have 3 sides, 2 of which I can't see. So 3 and 2 is 5. It has 5 faces. The faces are triangles and rectangles. Okay, I'll give you a moment to count how many edges and vertices there are in a prism. Pause while you have a think. Okay, so vertices, well there's one vertex. 1, 2, 3, and of course there must be 3 on the other side, so 4, 5, 6. 6 vertices. edges now. Well, a triangle has 3, so there's 3. 1, 2, 3. So there must be 3 on this face. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the one hiding from us, 9. This toy is shaped like a pyramid. Okay, we all recognise the shape of a pyramid. This would be a square-based pyramid. The pyramid has, I'll let you pause and think how many faces it will have. Okay, so faces, well, there'll be a square one on the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can't see, which would total 5. 5 faces. The faces are all triangles and squares because the base of that shape is a square. Vertices, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be one around the other side that we can't see on the 2D picture. 5. Edges. Well, we know it's got a square base, so there are 4 there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Really helps if you have something similar at home, shape-wise, that you can have a look at. It's quite hard to imagine. Okay, this is a bit more straightforward for you. All you have to do is match the objects with their shapes. So I'm going to ask you to pause and I will go through the answers with you. There is, I believe, a second page. So pause long enough to take a look at those. On the second page, all you have to do is name the shape. I have put the names along here for you to help you. Say how many faces it has, the number of vertices, and the number of edges. Okay, so a cone, got an ice cream cone used in this example. The cylinder, oh, these are like gold dust at school, a glue stick with its 2 circular faces and its then curved surface. A cube. Not all boxes of tissues are a cube, but this one certainly looks cube-shaped to me. A cuboid, interestingly, most books are cuboids. Prism, that's 2 triangles with 3 rectangular faces. Delicious Toblerone, so it's matched to the chocolate there. And up at the top we have the square-based pyramid. I won't work through all the examples here, but what I will do is reveal pictures to help you count those. So the first one we clearly see is the pyramid, as we can see here. Number of faces, well, it's a square-based one, so it must have 4 triangular faces in a square, so it's 5. Vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And number of edges, the square has 4 edges, and then there must be 4 wrapping around here, so 8 edges. Okay, if you send me a photo of your completed page here, I will, into your profiles, I will check through the rest of your answers for you. If at any point you need to refer to the spellings, you can skip back to this page, or if you're stuck, this may help you to visualize it. Or like I said, better still, if you've got any of these shapes at home, use those to help you in your worksheet. So it will be worksheet 2, 3-dimensional shapes, and it will look like this. It will not have this in your worksheet. I've added this so that it will help you if you need it, but also to ensure that you get those spellings correct. Okay, so you just listen to the description that's written there and then name the solid. So use the spellings there to help you. And this is very similar to what we did in guided practice. On this one, you are going to match the shape up just to make it a little bit trickier. There may be more than one example in there. Some will have one, some will have more than one. Okay, so match those up. And again, if you pop your answers into your profiles, I shall take a look through those. And that's all for today. Thank you very much. Enjoy.